Once in a while I come across a comment asking how to pass a piss test, drug test, urine test, whatever. And there's only one way I know 100% certain that we'll pass. Don't do any drugs for about a month. But we all know that can't always happen, right? Sometimes there's surprises. Sometimes, you get that job on the spot thing, and as soon as they offer you the job, you got 48 hours to do a piss test. Well, if that's the case, the only thing that I know for a fact is 100%, well, not 100%, the only thing that I know for a fact that's worked for me, and don't listen to your friends that tell you like to put bleach in there, just drink a bunch of cranberry juice, da, 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 da. There's 100 million different versions of old wives' tales that supposedly work. The ones that I know that have worked for me, other than the fact to just don't do any drugs for a month, on the fly, you can get this synthetic piss at like head shops that sell pipes, head shops. And smoke shops will oftentimes have them. It's like synthetic piss. And it's just a liquid. They usually comes with like some like clay bag that you like snap, and it like heats up for like half an hour, and you wrap the fake piss into the bag, or like next to the bag, and it heats it up to body temperature. And then when you go to take your piss test, you pour the heated up fake piss into a cup. That's always worked for me. You just got to be very careful with the directions because it has to be within a certain temperature. The better ones, always get the better brand. Like there'll be like the cheap ass one, and then there'll be like, the more expensive one. I've always got the more expensive one because, the job is always worth more than the extra $20. And so far, I've probably done the synthetic piss that I've had to heat up. Probably done that probably 3 or 4 times. It's worked every time. I did try adding a little bleach once. It didn't work, but it didn't fail me. It made the test inconclusive, and I had to retest. And I retested with a synthetic piss and passed. So that's the only thing that has really worked for me was a synthetic piss. It's about $40, I think is what I spent on it. Just follow the instructions carefully and make sure it's at temperature. And usually it comes with a little cup to pour it into to make sure it's a temperature. So if it's not a temperature, you're kind of fucked. Hopefully you'll get a stupid, secretary that won't actually take the temperature, but they usually do. Now, as far as like probation shit goes, don't know about that. I've never had to do one for probation. I've always done one for jobs. So, don't know if they watch you. If they watch you, I know they have like these artificial dicks you can like whip out and like squirt it into like this fake bladder. Thank God I've never had to do that yet. The synthetic piss seems to work the best. Drink a lot of water, obviously. Drink a lot of water is always good just because it dilutes everything. So, but that's basically it. I mean, I would also suggest getting a drug test kit. You can get them at the dollar store. Now, I've got them at the dollar store, and you want to make sure, depending on what you're trying to pass for, right? The big things they test for is 1, marijuana, 2, amphetamines, 3, cocaine, and 4, opiates. Opiates include heroin and pills. I don't think they test for benzos, but I'm not sure. It also depends on the job you're applying for. If you're applying for a job at 7-Eleven, the chances are that's just going to test for the big 4. If you're applying for a higher end job, it might test for benzos. It might test for other things, but I don't think they test for LSD. I don't think they test for shrooms. Maybe if you're applying for a job, at the CIA, but that's what I've had luck with, and yep, synthetic piss is the way to go.